Hey guys, Isaac from the KC Brick Store here again. Wanted to take time to do a quick video, something that I'd intended to do for a long time, but just wanted to give a kind of look at the Lion Knights castle expansion that I've done. And this does have two of the Lion Knights castle sets with it. I got them both at the Brick Store pre-built, so I got a good discount there. And also, I do want to say at the outset, big shout out to Anderson Brick Art. I used his instructions on Rebrickable. I bought them, and then a lot of this is based on his design, and some big parts of it are my own. So I will have a link to his instructions in the description, though. So I'm going to go ahead and just give you a quick spin around look at the castle. So you can see that this expansion really does increase the footprint pretty significantly, but I really enjoy the way it looks and how it kind of expands those little thatched roof houses as well. So we're going to keep going around there. Oh. It still is all modular, so I got to be careful how I spin it here. Nice sword in the stone reference in the back there. If you can see, that is part of the Anderson Brick Art instruction there. And then there's a secret passageway that leads into the kitchen. So, oh no. Anyway, yeah. So that's not my design. That came with those instructions I was talking about on Rebrickable. The tower was my design. I didn't want to change anything on the original Black Knight or Lion Knight's Castle just because I thought it was such a great set. So the original set has been left unchanged. I think I might have changed one piece on a base plate to make something fit in. But the intention of this design was to leave the original castle unchanged just because it's such a phenomenal set as it is, and then just to add on to it. So now that we've kind of got a look at the outside, let's go ahead and take a look at the inside. Sorry guys, I can't quite see the camera while I'm adjusting things. So everything is modular. That was really important to me as far as making this build. I don't know the best way to show off all of these features, so we're going to see how this goes. We do have the kind of the noble bedchamber up here. I was gonna say the castle just seems a little small to me to be a true king's castle. So I don't think it's quite a king's castle, but nobles live there for sure, as is what castles do. So there's that. And then I really wanted to include, I don't know, it always bothered me even as a kid when I would buy sets and I'd be like, but where do people sleep? So kind of have the noble bedchamber up above and then a barrack space with bunk beds designed on these ladder pieces down below for soldiers to live so that they can defend the nobles in case somebody tries to attack. I'm going to go ahead and spin around a little bit here to get his perspective, but then I'm also going to have to pop it apart a little bit. So we've got the armory down below in case those soldiers in the barracks need any weapons. And I've got to go ahead and separate it out to allow this to pop off. So here we go. You can see there's a row of arrows in the middle. There's a rack of swords. Lots of little arrow slots as well. So kind of an intentional design choices there. And then this was not part of that original Rebrickable design, but as I looked at it, the only way for the nobles to access their bedchamber was through the ladder over here. And I figured that no self-respecting noble would climb up a ladder to go to bed, so I had to build this stairway over here. But anyway, neither here nor there. And then we pop apart here also, kind of break the new section away from the original Lion Knight's Castle design. And then there's just a basement or a cellar down here. Lots of barrels, as you can see, some other storage containers as well. And then wanted to make this into a little chapel near the gates. I think that was kind of common to provide a place for prayer and courage before attacks or in defense. It's hard for me to tip this with all the barrels back there that are not held in, but there's a cross back there and a chalice, and then all those candles are supposed to slide into that slot on the wall. They do, they're just not secured by any studs, so they fall out pretty easily. But there's that. So that goes right up against the gate entrance. And then you guys have probably already seen the original design set, so I'm going to pop that over to the side. And then over here, pop this apart as well. There we go. So I've not actually modified the interiors over here too much. So my feeling on this one, and I do need to remove one of the yellow castles. My feeling on one of these was that this would be where the son of the nobles would spend time or sleep sometimes. And then the other one I actually had cleared out and had grabbed, well, one of the desks from the little Harry Potter polybags. And so I was going to make this a space for the priest in the castle to live. And then down here, you can see that Anderson, or whoever they are who designed those instructions, did a nice job kind of detailing out a kitchen down here. It's a nice little space for preparing food or for whatever, I guess. And then that secret passage I pointed out earlier has this sliding rock panel that goes in right there. So that goes all the way to the outside with the foliage, when the foliage is removed. Just kind of hard to see right now. I did really want to make the dining room somewhere where we could make like a long trestle table, so it looked a little bit more like what I think of traditional medieval dining rooms looking like, but that just didn't end up being feasible so far with the angles, the way it changes. So that might be a project for the future, but I've kind of taken a pause on this for now. I did also add a bunch of building up and more turret, parapet, I don't know, my wording is failing here, but I did build up the walls here a lot from the original design as well. And I understand that the original design from Revocable was meant to be only done with 2 Lion Knights castles, and although I did only use 2 Lion Knights castles, I also used a lot of other parts from my collection. So yeah, I hope that is interesting for you guys. I really had a lot of fun working on this project. I was very fortunate to be able to find these guys at a not terrible price to be able to have these pieces to work on this project. But yeah, I hope you guys may be inspired, or at least have some ideas on how to do something different if you want to try something different with your Lion Knights castle. But thanks for coming by, and hope you have a great one.